lighting. You don't huge set with only one cover. That's words and music. That's two covers. Two covers. Good work, Dave. That's great. Yeah. Yeah. Gonna look good. Too cold?
What's that? No, it's not. Oh, it's recording.
Hey, this guy's good. We're getting there.
I'm making Abbey Road here. should we order dinner now, too? Said the wise ass in the corner. Should we cancel the gig in Washington on Thursday? Hey, you know what song you left out? My Baby Loves a Bunch of Authors. Conspicuously. Conspicuously? Well, conspicuous in its absence. You don't have to
get some.
Let's go to a 3-hour show. We'll do 3 hours. No, it's the only quasi-Fruvous hit that is, well, the only song we ever made a video for that is
Until now.
one of my personal favorites. I just haven't thought about it.
That was my home. Now I eat humble pie. I'm telling you, I was the king of Spain. Now I eat humble pie. And now I vacuum the turf at Sky Dome. Once he was the king of Spain. Ba-da-ma-ba-da.
I'm taking my voice and tell us.
Ba-ba-da-ba. To drive the Zamboni. Once he was the king of Spain. Ladies and gentlemen, I have your ghost three oldies. And Makita Polka Band. How you doing in there? Is that okay? Is that working?
All right, well, here we are live on Super Thrill Radio, Moxy Fruvous. Thanks, Jay and Jocko. We're going to play our first tune.
Our eponymous hit.
Our what?
Eponymous?
But not ephemeral.
No.
Our biggest hit extant in North Bay, Ontario.
Mike, who are we going to meet?
We're going to meet a guy who has just had a 3-week love affair with Mrs. O'Leary's butter cow, the king of Spain!
Once I was the king of
The
Spain.
King of Spain in the balance.
Oh, my unspeakable wife, queens.
Speak that on.
I'm telling you, I was the king of Spain. And now I work at the pizza.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Ba-da-ma-ba-da. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Ba-ba-da-ba. Royalty, Lord, it looked good on me. Buried and silk in the royal boudoir. For going nuclear free or playing broken, no, with a princess's Monaco. Telling my jokes to the old tax leaders, getting it all on video. Once I was the king of Spain. Now I eat humble pie. A palatial palace, that was my home. Now I eat humble
vacuum the turf at Sky Dome.
Once he was the king of Spain.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da. I can't wait, I'm lowering interest rates. My people say,
There's a roof overhead.
And a car on my face.
it's laissez-faire, I don't even give a care. Let's make Friday part of the weekend and give all of them people chocolate eclair. Once I was the king of Spain.
Now I eat humble pie.
Hey Clinton, hey Yeltsin, got problems, you told me.
Now I eat humble pie.
I'm telling you I was the king of Spain.
Now I eat humble
Now
pie.
the Hawks call me up to drive the Zamboni.
Once he was the king of Spain.
Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you the Stan Makita Sousaphone Orchestra. Now, some of you are probably wondering, okay, if this guy was the king of Spain, what in the world is he doing in North America?
He came to be on Super Thrill Radio, King.
It could have been so.
Qualified question.
Do you guys want to know? Should I tell him? You know, I can tell him. Should I tell him? The TV.
Tell us, King.
You see, one night, when the palace was asleep, out of my royal chamber, into the garden I creep, and I wait till the appointed time when the moon is lighting the pitch. I wish for my peasant friend who looks just like me to arrive. We make a switch. Prince and pauper, junior and pauper, a world made up of silver and copper under my own volition. I took a change of position. So next time you drool in the pizza line, remember slow pizzas or rushes. To the king of Spain never rushes. Once I was the king of Spain.
Now I eat humble pie.
I was looking for authentic ways to improve us.
Now I eat humble pie.
I'm telling you I was the king of Spain.
Now I eat humble pie.
And now I'm jamming with Moxy Fruvous.
Once he was the king of Spain.
And a magistral bow there from His Majesty.
And we're going to go now straight to another tune. Jay, Jocko, can you hear us? Show us that you're in the room. Say
Yes,
that.
we can hear you.
They're in the room,
Yes,
folks.
we can hear you.
Just in case you didn't know this was
Oh,
live,
yeah, okay.
we're going to go to a song called River Valley. And also an eponymous hit for the men, but not ephemeral. A man whose name changes here continuously. Michael, an explanation of River Valley at all?
Well, you know,
We throw to you when we go to song explanation.
big cities. A lot of us live in them, and unfortunately, sometimes your favorite spot in that big city is plowed over by a progress-hungry, concrete-spewing bulldozer. Here's another such example.
Who will save the river valley? That's my drinking water. This was once a sacred place now. Look at what we've got here. I'll pretend there isn't any problem. Just do my job. And if I don't like the standard of living, go move to Russia. Me and Pete went swimming last night. He's my friend from Boy Scouts. All the fish were floating upright. We got scared, we got out. But it says I'm under your father. Does his job. So he's got to make a living. Or go to Russia.
Couple of cracks where
Is
the
that sounding okay, John? Okay, you got it now? Okay. Well, we're back here live on Super Thrill Radio. I'm trying to get the hang of this. Murray, how you doing?
I'm fine.
That was the King of Spain. Jay and Jocko, are you still in the room?
Yes, sir.
We are here. They're
That's a
here,
little too close to the
proving to the viewers, or perhaps listeners, that we are live. And this is a song called River Valley.
Who will save the river valley? That's my drinking water. This was once a sacred place now. Look at what we've got here. I pretend there isn't any problem.
The River Valley.
Ooh.
It's just so hard. I can't hear the acoustics.
I
have no idea what the chords
That's why I think I am.
Sounded great.
Cool.
That's okay.
Sounded great.
Remember the old rules, like you cut yourself off when you do this.
Yeah.
You went, I could just see it happening in your head.
Whoa!
Head down, everybody. The
All right.
old rules. The old rules. The greatest man in America. Stay in your position. Do you need this mic closer to you, Dave?
I don't know. Maybe they.
John, did you want his vocal mic closer to him?
Are you going to do a sound check? Or?
Is it okay now?
Yeah, it's good now.
Okay, let's try 10 seconds of Greatest Man in America. Do you need a beer or something?
Yeah, I think it's smaller. Mine's right over there. Am I too heavy?
No. Hey, I'm sorry.
Probably.
Yeah?
Yes, thank you.
Well, you can move that closer.
Should, yeah.
You know, there's a...
Here you go.
Hang on a second.
There we go.
Is this a 3-camera shoot?
Yes.
Evidently.
A 3-camera shoot, ladies and gentlemen. Let's cut to that camera. And now cut to that camera.
Cutting it in the truck downstairs. That huge...
Remote.
Production. Juggernaut.
Why
Well,
is
it
that
seems-
camera so small?
Well, it seems last year we spent a lot of time in the United States for our first time, seemingly, and we couldn't get away from this media figure, Jay, Jocko, not those guys, but I'm talking to you. This media figure who was ubiquitous, was everywhere, all encompassing.
Hence we couldn't get away from it. And so we wrote this song, and this song...
The only antidote to a ubiquitous figure is to write a song,
Mhm.
and it sometimes scares them away.
The only
right.
antelope.
And so we wrote this song called The Greatest Man in America, because we think he is the greatest man in America.
The greatest man in America. Coming from Canada, we love those leaders who personify the U.S. way to be. There was JFK and LBJ and WKRP. But of these there is not one to rival the greatest genius of them all. He's a megalo with a healthy glow. He's the man called Rush Limbaugh. He's a dose of P.T. Barnum. Mussolini twist. Al Duce. There in the limousine parked on the lawn. He's a goofy Genghis Khan. Not since Jesus Christ has the world seen someone with such widely syndicated views. Hundreds of years from now, they'll celebrate Rushmas and Rosh Hashanah for the Jews. 'Cause he'll pull the plug on feminazis, paranoid minorities and gays. He's a burning bush with a network push, sure to start a countrywide blaze. He taught me to love and praise Dick Nixon. Oliver North almost made it through. Forget Alan Tipper, let's bring back the Gipper and Joe McCarthy too. I was a troubled soul, consumed by voices advocating special interest groups and vice. Till Rush rushed to my sweet rescue. Now I'll never ever have to think twice. So we'll sign a check for Limbaughtism, restore the moral fundamental core. We'll cut the debt and start a set offensive on the poor. It's a blitzkrieg information, everybody. It's distinctly upper class.
Well, not everybody.
Yes, sir, I'll get the door. Roll the carpet on the floor. A man, for a man, for a man.
a man with his hand up his ditto. Ask us the name of the king, it's Rush. It's Rush.
Ash. You know, a lot of people call Toronto,
We're gonna, Stuart's gonna be here in a minute. We're gonna hook up a couple of microphones while you guys eat. So, in this in-between stuff, we can actually talk to you. We may edit it out, but it'll be cleaner.
Oh.
Eat, boom, go back to the songs and do the interview, and then go get cigars.
Hi, John.
You will get cigars. You will see architecture. I don't know
Hi,
if you
Brian.
You will
Thanks
get
for
pussy.
having me.
You will have sex. You will have sex. Cigars, architecture, pussy. That's how that's working.
Was it bad that we went into those songs like that then? Quick.
No, we'll be able.
Venus Envy.
Jocko, where's Jay?
He's getting a thing for the.
Jake's rolling.
Well, here we are back on Super Thriller Radio. Welcome back to a special edition of Super Thriller Radio, dedicated to the words and music of Moxy Fruvous.
The golden tones of Moxy Fruvous. Jay and Jocko here, and we have Fruvous in the studio with us? Or is it just Moxy? How do you shorten it?
It's Fruvous.
Okay.
Fruvous. Could you use mellifluous tones to describe us?
You Melissa? No, we can't. See, it's right out.
See, that separates a lot of the journalists, you know, from the...
Those who can use that, we prefer to speak to.
Those with diction to those.
Mellifluous.
Just say fluoride.
Mellifluous, yeah?
Hello.
We'd like
That's
to,
some
there's a
waving.
little waving going on in the studio.
We can't speak properly because
We're in awe, basically.
Right.
We're in awe of Moxy Fruvous, who are here in the studio with us. And guys, you're going to...
do another song for us. Is that right?
Yeah.
We'd like to do a little number right now that's called Ash Hash.
That's right, Ash Hash.
That makes it
Ash
difficult
Hash.
to speak also.
Yes, it
Ash
can.
Hash is actually easy to say. Ash Hash 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 Hash.
No,
I
the
thought the word-
substance
that's
The
itself.
substance itself, right. Thanks.
One of us understands.
We're going to call it Ash Grits.
Now all that ash used to be hash. What the heck time is it now? Last thing I remember, I was looking at my stash just before the late show. There were couple movies in the VCR, and I remember driving Buddy home in the car. Well, we got no gas, so we couldn't have gone far.
What the heck time is it now?
No, I gotta get some thinking.
I can't remember where I put the bed. I ain't moved it since 71. Yeah. I got a real sneaky feeling I'm about to fall. I hope I find my way through the ground. I hate to spend the whole night floating around in the condition I'm in. I said, in the condition I'm in. Yeah. First thing in the morning, I'm giving myself a break. Kinda get an early warning when you're thinking else and I'll let sleep. Well, it might be closer to the afternoon, but the big point is I'm gonna do it soon. There ain't nothing underneath this mood will ever make me choke another take. What's that on the table? Why, it looks like a little shank. I bet old Petey dropped that there. He always was a drunk. Oh, well, it looks so good just sitting there that I believe what I need is a bite of the hair. Downtown smelling like a breath of fresh air. I think I'm gonna sell the farm and buy more. I think I'm gonna sell the farm. Think I'm gonna sell the farm. Yeah, I think I'm gonna sell the farm.
Moxy Fruvous.
That's us.
Headblades.
That's us. That's beautiful. But the song's called Ash Hash. Now, not available on any album as of this point.
No.
And obviously not based on any true story either. That was
No, because drugs are illegal in this country.
Exactly.
I think
We're
we're...
talking about going to a diner
Sure.
and having corned beef and the
And-
potato mixture.
You know what,
The
though?
hash, as in hash as it's called.
Drugs
yeah,
aren't illegal in Canada. And in fact, hash is legal.
It's encouraged.
for drugs.
In fact, it's
And
encouraged,
Yeah.
yes. You know how the
And
French
that's
have
what-
wine with every meal?
Cocaine is frowned upon socially, but it's legal to do.
Yeah.
You can do
Our
it.
Archbishop Trudeau
So-
passed that.
So do you guys have any room on your floors where we could crash?
Well, you're
Oh,
big.
you'll be
You know,
crashing.
you're big.
What are you selling here anyway? Drugs? What's the matter with you two?
No,
For
no,
crying
no,
out loud.
It's not right. Kids, don't do it.
Am I right in understanding, did you,
Just say, okay, nah.
No.
that was a cover song though, right? Or did you guys write that?
That's a cover of a Bob Snyder song. I mean, it is a Bob Snyder song, but it's also a cover of a Bob Snyder song.
Well, when you do it, it's a cover.
This Bob Snyder
That's
man
how it works.
is he would be the dean of contemporary Canadian great songwriting.
Who
He's the
writes
dean.
your stuff? Who writes your stuff?
If he's the dean of contemporary great Canadian songwriting, where do we fit in?
We're the cognoscenti.
Oh.
Oh, would you like to prove that right now?
I thought we were the gym class students.
Yeah. You guys gonna favor us with a cut that's available on your latest LP Wood, right?
That's correct. Our latest LP or CD. Okay. You tell
Well,
us.
it's a long play.
It is.
That's
You're right.
all.
It's not an EP.
It's also an album. It's also a record.
This is a song. This is a song from the new album called Wood, and the song is called Fly.
When you fade out as the world turns, you don't need soaps to clean your mind. Every little child learns. If you can't see dreams, your eyes are blind. Was it just a fool's impression? Such an antiquated passion. On the day they both conspired to ride the midway after dark, they had enough of their flying suit. Not bring coins to this amusement park, and she held his hand too far. And he held his breath and let go. Down low, sat in the front row, untied the rope so they could climb. Hold on tight, that's scared just right. We'll take our last night, you and I. So they cried inside while their eyes spoiled. There was no turning back for to erase the memory starlight. All alone and a one thing left to do. In the roller coaster shadows, they took off their shoes and bared their souls.
Is the for a little out anyway? It wasn't great.
I thought it was good.
Sounded really
You wanna listen to this, guys? String guy?
Okay, Dr. Back.
Sure just ruined everything.
And, brother. Brother. Come here, brother.
Okay, song called Fly. One.
Hang on. So, you guys ready?
Yeah, I mean, you just take it from.
Yeah. That's right, you guys. This is a song off our new album, Wood. And it's a song called Fly.
When you fade out as the world turns, you don't need soaps to clean your mind. Every little child learns. If you can't see dreams, your eyes are blind. Was it just a fool's impression? Such an antiquated passion. On the day they both conspired to ride the midway after dark, they had enough of their pride to not bring coins to this amusement park. And she held his hand to follow, and he held his breath and let go. The crowd down low sat in the front row, untied the rope so they could fly. Hold on tight, let's get just right. We'll take our last flight, you and I. So they cried inside while their eyes smiled. There was no turning back for two. Erase the memories, stop all alone, and the one thing left in the roller coaster shadow. They took off their shoes and bare their souls. They crouched down low, sat in the front row, untied the rope so they could fly. Hold on tight, hold on tight, just right. Come on now, let's get it real. Take our last flight, take our last flight, you and I. Yes, he held his hand to follow, and he held his breath and let go. They crouched down low, sat in the front row, untied the rope so they could fly. Hold on tight, just right. Come on now, let's get it right. Take our last flight, you and I.
Thank you. Beautiful is a word that is far too underused in the society.
Not for you guys.
Especially when describing us.
Special edition of Super Thriller Radio featuring the music of Moxy Fruvous. Beautiful song called Fly from your latest LP entitled Wood. A little bit of a departure from the ground you sort of paved on your debut LP, which was Bargainville. A little, you want to, maybe elaborate on the concept behind Wood as opposed to Bargainville?
Well, a lot of the songs on Wood may more be in the channel of tunes on Bargainville, such as Fell in Love, the drinking song, Bittersweet, stuff like that. It's definitely got a moodier vibe in general. But it's a facet of the group that we wanted to do justice to, so we laid it down. We had a very moody, warm, fun, great session recording it in the Catskills in New York. And it showcases a side of the band, although we still have many other sides to milk, oil, and massage.
Lubricate.
If we had laid the ground in sort of a funny tar kind of manner, we're now on a gravelly, more the kind of pavement that your foot sinks into a bit and has a chance to swim around before you move on to take your next step.
I didn't understand the whole thing between the two albums until that road analogy, and it's so clear to me now, Gene. But thank you.
Well, Jocko, that's the best I can do. And
Sometimes really strange metaphors are the only way.
oftentimes you don't
can
understand
see
a band until
clearly.
you have them in the studio with you, and that's what we aspire to help you with here.
Well, that's true.
It's like you don't understand America, or the United States of America, until you see that pyramid with the eye floating above it. And you go, oh, now I get it.
Right. Then you go, oh, now I get it. When's the new Alan Parsons Project album coming out?
It's a country it's a product of paranormal phenomena. That's what the state is. It's the eye floating above the pyramid.
We also aspired to make an album that was a little more consistent in the sense that what's the word I'm looking for? Cohesive, yeah. Cohesive in the sense that we wanted to make an album, as Mike said, with a certain vibe that lived throughout the album. Whereas Bargainville, which we're of course proud of, our debut record, but it was a mixed bag of who we were for the first 3 years of the group. And Wood, as Mike said, there are different sides to the group, and Wood is more clearly something we hope the listener can put on and sit down and get into for the duration of the CD. And we hope throughout our career to be putting out all kinds of different albums, but that have that cohesiveness within them.
Now, was there another side of it when you were going to record this, though, that I know that there's because the Bargainville, the first album, was, it did have some humorous songs on it. Did you feel like you were falling prey to the categorization that people were thinking that, oh, this is a novelty act, and therefore, was that running in the back of your mind, too, that you wanted to separate that and say, hey, listen, it's not novelty? I mean, that's what everybody tends to want to do these days, is that if you come out with a humorous song, it's a novelty song, and it's not necessarily true, but that's the thing.
Well, I think our mandate was to include songs on this album that had longevity, as opposed to a lot of the political satire stuff or the more novelty stuff, which you can get tired of more quickly. So we want to separate that stuff out so that we have an album that is listenable for a longer period of time.
I mean, we came off 2 years of touring Bargainville, and this is what occurred. I don't know, for myself, I try not to get too conscious about it and to think, well, let's let this be a reaction, but naturally that may have occurred, but as far as knowing that specifically in my head, I don't know. I think we all just sort of went, hey, let's just write a bunch of songs. When we brought all these songs together, we said, hey, look, there is a theme to this group of songs. There is a mood to this group of songs, and that's what we went with.
Not only that, but to answer those people who, I mean, if we did have any fears of still doing humorous stuff, we wouldn't be putting out our next record, which it's going to be in between the second and third album. We're putting out something called the B album, which we're not sure whether it'll have wide distribution. We're certainly going to get it out in a creative way, but it's totally going to be satirical and our sort of topical stuff, oddities, satirical songs and oddities.
And for Super Thriller listeners, of course, we'll keep you updated on the progress of that, and definitely let you know how you can get a hold of that. What I like, though, is that the differences between Bargainville and Wood very much complement each other. And like you said, it does show another aspect of the group, and I think that if anyone had tried to categorize you when Bargainville came out. They certainly are stumped at this point and proves that there's a lot going on with you guys, and there's a lot that you have left to offer. And I think it's it's a showcase of a long career you guys are going to have.
Cool. Oh, thanks, Jay. I hope so. I mean, I think we all see this kind of as like you said, we are pretty diverse, and there's 4 of us all being diverse at the same time. And I think we're going to move from album to album and treat each one, on its own, and continually surprise the listener. That's sort of what we're into. We got too many things to say to be pigeonholed in one kind of style.
Well, the surprise is always more than pleasant. The new
Hey,
album is
thanks.
fantastic.
Thanks.
And every bit as good as the first album, only different.
And we're going to give you another sample of the new album. Here's a track from Wood. It's called Poor Mary Lane.